Hi. Oh boy, it's a roller coaster ride, and it continues. So, I want to share real quickly with you an important concept called breathing. That's right. I want to share something really specific about breathing because there's a special way to do it when times are especially stressful and our nervous systems are feeling pumped with adrenaline and cortisol and all of those stress related chemicals that course through our system, that lead us to feel things like stomach pain and aches and internal organs not functioning the right way. Hello, IBS, right? So, I want to share a really specific technique that's super easy, that's incredibly helpful right now, because I want to just say first, our nervous systems have two sides, and there's a switch in between, right? We're either engaged in what we know as the stress response, and I'm going to make this super simple, or on the other side, we are engaged in the relaxation response. When our stress response is engaged, only the major muscle groups and organs function, like our heart. Blood flow is restricted from the limbs. The fingers get cold, toes get cold. Our brain is not a critical organ we need to fight or flight or freeze. So blood doesn't go there. We can't think straight when we're all strung out and stressed out, right? So on the other side, on the relaxation side, that's when our body is functioning like a beautifully fine-tuned orchestra. And I want to just give you one little tool to use during this time, because you may not even notice that your system is operating in the stress zone. Because usually it starts to work in the stress zone, and that is way below our awareness. So we have to actually train ourselves to be aware of it. So rather than taking the time to train your awareness right now, I just want to teach you how to breathe right now and say, do it. So first, I'm going to show you my little friend called Buddha. He sits in front of my computer normally, and he reminds me about something really important, his belly, the Buddha belly. So I'm going to back up and I'm going to show you, as I suck in right now, I'm going to show you the contrast. Buddha belly is like this. And I want to really emphasize that difference because I'm going to breathe in a certain way that's going to help my nervous system move from the stress activation into the relaxation state. And there's solid science on this. I won't bore you with the details. Nonetheless, do this. When you breathe deep into what I call your Buddha belly. Okay? Put your hands on your belly, feel the belly, that helps to do this. And breathe all the way in and fill up your Buddha belly. And then exhale from the bottom of the belly up and out. Now, we're not actually breathing into our bellies per se. We're breathing deep into our diaphragm. And that's in contrast to the way we breathe when we're in the stress state, right? We breathe up here, shallow, like, and notice how when I was breathing that shallow way, my chest was rising and falling. When I breathe into my diaphragm, my belly expands. And my chest does not. So try this with me. Breathe in, a 4 count, and breathe out, a 6 count. 4, 6. It's hard for me to breathe and count at the same time. I hope you were counting. So the tool here is to take air in to the very bottom of your diaphragm, fill it from the bottom up, and then pause. After the pause, exhale from the bottom up. And it's so important. The element that will help your system shift gears is exhaling longer than the inhale. You get to determine whatever's comfortable for you, however many counts in and however many counts out. Just make sure the out breath is longer than the in breath. And what that's going to do is it's going to begin to lower your heart rate. You're going to increase oxygen in your bloodstream, and your nervous system is going to start to get messages that say all clear, stress gone, regardless of whatever stressors exist in this outside world. Your nervous system is going to be manually switching gears into the relaxation state. And in that state, that's where our bodies can actually function well, especially our brains. Because in the stress state, you don't have any blood flow going to the brain. You certainly don't have much oxygen in the blood flow, so your brain's not going to work. Just saying. In case you're wondering why you find yourself at the grocery store not knowing why you're there or what it is you need. Happens all the time to me. Then I'm like, all right, maybe I should breathe and I'll remember. When I do that exhale, I also just invite all my muscle tension to try and melt, because that reinforces this switch. I hope that's helpful. I wish you well. We need this breath, and we're going to need to lean on this breath in the hours, days, months, and years to come, because we have a lot of work to do. We really do, to come back together again. I wish you well.